Welcome back to RH Movie Recap. Army of the Dead is an American zombie heist film that was released in 2021. Spoilers ahead, so beware and be cautious. At the beginning of the film, a military convoy leaves Area 51. A truck in the middle of the convoy is transporting a large container that appears to be of great importance. Meanwhile, a newlywed couple is driving in the opposite direction, and as they cannot wait to get home, they engage in sexual activity in their car, resulting in a collision with the container truck and a massive explosion. As a result, the top-secret container rolls down a few meters and suddenly opens. The men are ordered to flee the container when a zombie-like creature suddenly emerges from the container. Unlike traditional zombies, this creature moves quickly. This one is incredibly agile and strong. It eliminates the soldiers one by one. If two soldiers attempt to flee, they are quickly apprehended and eliminated by the zombie. The infected soldiers reanimate as zombies along with the alpha zombie, and they head to Las Vegas. In the next scene, we see that the zombies have infected and ravaged most of the city. A military intervention is launched, but the zombies easily overcome it. In the meantime, a group of courageous individuals fight the zombies and escape the city, which has been encircled by them. The government issues an order to quarantine the entire city, and to implement the lockdown, they construct a large wall around the city. 6 years later, the government formulates a new plan to end the ever-growing zombie population. In response, they intend to nuke the entire city. Next, we meet Scott, a former soldier and mercenary who now works at a restaurant. One day, a wealthy gangster, Bly Tanaka, approaches Bly and informs him of the government's plans to nuke the infected cities. However, since the government has promised to return all personal belongings and valuables to their rightful owners, Bly's $200 million are illegal and cannot be reported to the authorities. Therefore, he is looking for ways to save the money. He proposes to Scott that he will give him $50 million if he delivers the money from his casino. Initially apprehensive, after realizing that the money could change his life, Scott agrees to let him choose his own gang. In the following scene, we meet Kate, Scott's daughter who works as a social worker. A refugee camp is located outside of Las Vegas. Gita, who is the mother of two young girls, is one of them. Kate asks Gita if she is okay during a routine visit, but Gita responds that she is in need of money as a result. He intends to explore the deserted Las Vegas, but promises to return as soon as possible. She obtains the funds. Kate, hearing this, becomes concerned and abruptly stops her from saying that everything will soon be fine. In the following scene, Scott calls Bly to inform him that he's prepared for the mission. Then, he enlists his former comrade Maria Cruz, helicopter pilot Marianne Peters, the German safecracker Ludwig Dieter, and Chicano sniper Mikey Guzman, who is accompanied by his associates. Martin, Bly's associate, decides to join the squad in order to observe them. After assembling the team, Bly provides a plan briefing to the group. They were given to Lily, a smuggler with city knowledge. In turn, Lily recruits the abusive camp security guard Bert Cummings. Kate learns that Gita has entered Las Vegas, putting her life in danger because she is unfamiliar with the area. Then, Kate solicits permission from Scott, travel with them to Ida. Scott initially resists but ultimately accepts. After the group is complete, they arm themselves with weapons and travel to Las Vegas. Valentine, a zombie tiger, suddenly appears in front of them. Since there is no way into the city, Lily intentionally shoots the bird and insults him. For torturing innocent women in the concentration camp, she then reveals that in order to gain safe passage, they must make a sacrifice to an intelligent and powerful group of zombie alphas. Afterward, an alpha female known as the Queen transports the injured bird to the Olympus Casino, where he is infected by the alpha leader Zeus. Kate suggests that they search for Gita because she is unfamiliar with the area. However, Scott rejects her suggestion and informs her that they lack the necessary time for it. This infuriates Kate. With Lily's assistance, the group advances and enters a building, only to find several zombies in hibernation. Mikey's companion chambers create a disturbance that awakens the zombies, with the aid of which the group is able to proceed. She attempts to defend herself, but the zombies are more powerful. Consequently, she orders her crew to shoot her. Guzman complies and shoots the gas canister on her back, killing her and a large number of zombies. In the subsequent scene, the team finally reaches the casino, where they discover the exact same map that was kindly provided in the previous scene. This indicates that the current squad is not the only one participating in the mission. It turns out that Bly had attempted to get his money back from numerous other teams. Maria and Marianne move to the roof to refuel while Scott and Kate repair the building's electricity. Meanwhile, Lily and Martin are stationed outside the casino to protect its members. Here, Martin reveals that he is present. To obtain a sample of blood from the Queen, Alpha Martin offers Lily a deal, after which she fires a shot into the air to attract the Queen. On the other hand, Ludwig, Mikey, and Vanderhoof approach the safe to unlock it. The safe is located at the very end of a room containing a large number of corpses from previous squads. After seeing the pile of dead bodies, Ludwig assumes that the room contains traps. He believes that a high level of security must have been implemented to protect the substantial sum of money. Gita is pictured at the Olympus Tower with two other women after Zeus abducted her. Martin and Lily entice the Queen, who leaves the casino alone and marches towards the tower in search of another location. Martin and the zombie fire multiple times at her until he eliminates her. He then removes her head and places it in a bag. Martin then reveals the true life plan. He continues by stating that he is no longer interested in the money, but rather in their blood in order to create a group of zombies that will follow army orders. When she hears this, she becomes frightened because she knows that Zeus will soon come for them. Later, while watching the news, the squad learns that the government's plan to bomb the city has been pre-approved and will begin in about 90 minutes. Ludwig finally opens the vault elsewhere, where enormous amounts of money are kept. Upon observing this, the group begins to rejoice. They temporarily forget about the chaos outside. Following their brief celebration, they begin placing the money in their bags. Zeus discovers his wife's severed outside corpse and becomes enraged. He transports her body to Olympus Tower, where it is revealed that she was carrying his child. Distressed over the deaths of both, Zeus commands the Alphas to eliminate the Scots. Reach the casino, including Valentine, and attack the squad before anyone else. Maria, who was with Scott in search of the missing Kate, is a victim. Martin, on the other hand, attempts to escape the casino by locking the other squad members in the basement with a bomb. He clarifies that Bly is only interested in zombies. About the zombie head, which the government can use to create an entire zombie army. When he steps outside, he discovers that Lily has stolen the Queen's head and replaced it with a money-counting machine. Cursed Lily, Valentine suddenly appears and eliminates him. In the interim, Zeus has descended to the basement. There, he encounters Vanderhoof and Ludwig, whom he immediately attacks. Vanderhoof attempts to repel the Alpha, but he is easily overpowered as he is about to be eliminated. Ludwig distracts the zombie momentarily and locks Vanderhoof in a vault. Scott sacrificed himself in the process elsewhere. Lily and Mickey continue to fight zombies as they travel up to the roof. Mikey is suddenly surrounded by zombies, causing him to follow in Chambers' footsteps and sacrifice himself. When the group reaches the rooftop, Marianne is prepared with an escape route. While Scott is about to board the helicopter, Zeus' helicopter materializes and confronts him. Lily then removes the Queen's head from her bag and points a gun at it to divert Zeus' attention away from Scott. Lily then requests that Scott flee the scene without her. Scott reluctantly agrees, and he and Marianne flee to find his daughter. We can see from the rooftop that the Queen's head is still alive because the brains of the zombies contain their strength. Lily then walks to the roof's edge. Despite her threats to drop the head, Zeus fatally impales her. However, before she passes away, she tosses the Queen's head off the roof, destroying it completely. Scott requests Marianne's assistance in rescuing Kate from the Olympus Casino with only 9 minutes left until the nuclear detonation. Then, she places him on the roof as Scott searches for his daughter. Kate discovers Gita and Sadie below. However, Bert, who is now unharmed, has as 3 girls follow her, and Alpha pursues her. Try to leave. Bert attacks Sadie and eliminates her, but Kate eliminates him before he can reach Gita. Zeus also reaches the tower and unleashes an army of zombies upon the inhabitants. Nonetheless, Scott arrives just in time. Just as they prepare to depart, Scott tries to toss the zombie while Zeus appears and leaps into the helicopter. He accidentally shoots Marion, causing the helicopter to veer off course uncontrollably. Despite being shot, Marianne manages to get them out of the quarantined city before the nuclear blast destroys it. Unfortunately for Scott, he is bitten by Zeus. Scott eliminates him with his gun and a nuclear weapon. The explosion's shockwaves cause the helicopter to crash, eliminating Maria and Gita. Kate survives the ordeal and meets Scott, who gives her money to start a new life. He then begins to transform into a zombie. A rescue helicopter approaches, and Kate reluctantly kills him while crying. After the destruction of Las Vegas, an unharmed Vanderhoof emerges from the bank vault carrying the remaining funds. After the scene, he travels to Utah, where he rents a private jet to Mexico City. On the plane, he becomes suddenly ill and proceeds to the restroom. There, he discovers he has been bitten. The film concludes as Vanderhoof transforms into a zombie. Be sure to subscribe and enable notifications so you can view more videos like this. Thanks for watching.